Well, it's week 5 of the LCS with coverage brought to you by Alienware. As I stumble over my words because I'm nervous to talk to Perkz today. No, how you been, Perkz? It's been, I don't think we've talked since, I don't know. It's been a long time. So how are things going on Cloud9? We're at the halfway point of the summer split.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy. In general, really grateful for basically just everything we have in C9 and everything we're building and the things we're working on and the whole org. So I would say I couldn't be better. Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about the team's performance? Because obviously you guys still a top team, but there's been a lot of hype around 100 Thieves. You guys had a good victory today, but I just don't know how you're feeling about where the team is at compared to maybe where you'd like them to be. Or maybe everything's on track.
Yeah. I think that we are not where we want to be or where we wanted to be, but with the whole, how is it called, post-MSI debuff. I like to call it post-MSI depression.
Yes,
Situation
every
debuff.
team seems to be having this.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. Post-MSI depression debuff, and then the fact that we did a roster change, and then getting back to play with Jasper, which has been great so far. And it's just now it feels like we just now started like last 10 days of scrims. I mean, literally 6 days of scrims actually. Thinking about it because we have 2 days per week, right? We literally had only 6 days of scrims right now with Zen so far. Just let it sink in, you know. So we are like not actually playing with Zen for a lot, but I'm pretty happy with how the progress is going. Like we've been working a lot of stuff while Zen was gone as well. Like our communication in the game and just a lot of like mid jungle support movement that we should do that like LPL teams do really well. So I think right now this week I'm starting to see the fruits of our work already, which I'm honestly super grateful for. I'm really excited for that because we are improving faster than I thought. I guess we would, and maybe the rest of the team as well. Also, we have better grasp of the meta. So I think as of right now, everything is just going to in a good direction. I would say we are far from perfect or from very good, but we are definitely one of the best, if not the best team in LCS, in my opinion, right? So saying that, adding to that, I don't think LCS is a very strong region, so doesn't say a lot. But we are happy with our improvement, but we still obviously have a lot of flaws. We want to work on, right? We want to fix them.
yeah. Kind of following up on that, you said that it feels sort of like this is almost the beginning, right? Because you just had Sven join up. One of the things that so many people have talked about is like, okay, well, 80% of the league makes it into playoffs. There are so many games now, and you guys have such a lead that in some sense these games are important. In another sense, these games are not so important. So like starting now is maybe not that big of a deal. Do you feel that internally? Like I'm kind of curious just for a lot of the players, like how much it's been easy, how easy it's been for them to sort of pivot their mental over to like, all right, these games are not as important as maybe they were in previous formats in previous years because of the way that the format works.
I mean, depends because top two is kind of nice, and also the games are like a test, like a mini exam every week, right? 3 exams you have to see how well you're doing and what the things you're working on. Are they working on stage? Because that's what matters in general. So I would say they're important, and I'm definitely trying pretty hard to make myself and my team play better. Definitely at some point, probably it will be like a. I don't know if I'm gonna keep trying super hard the next 1 month straight because then there's playoffs, right? So and rolls. So as soon as we like get some more wins, maybe like next week, maybe I'll take it a bit easier, like on mentally, like on my mindset, you know, where I have to win, I have to do this, I have to do that. Maybe I'll take it a bit more chill and relax a bit before summer. I mean, before playoffs. But other than that, I'm definitely trying pretty hard now. And I mean, I'm just thinking it must be starter format is nice for top teams, but it must be kind of hard for bottom teams. Like let's say you're like I don't know GG and you're actually doing decent display, right? But then like you go and it's like you see I don't know. I'm gonna say a random number. Oh, I saw it now actually 823. It's like depression hits. You know, you're like 420 from last split or something. Not 420 because there's like only 18 games. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I
But
don't know
they were very
something
behind. I think they'd
maybe
only
15 or
won. Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what their score was, but they were like giga low winner last split that. So it must be just a bit like demotivating for the lower tier teams, which is what it's like. But then to have a positive light on that, they don't need to have only make top 8, right? So it's not that hard to make top 8 to make playoffs. So it's not actually that bad, but it's a bit like, I guess, like a bit demotivating if you see like the low score, you know.
Yeah. No, it is true. All right, well, I have to ask about a tweet that you made that then got deleted, but then made it to the front page, and then the commissioner came out and said a bunch of stuff. There's been a lot of commotion. I don't know what you can tell me about, like, why you made the tweet and then why you deleted it, but I just think now it's kind of at a point where, like, everyone's talking about it, so any kind of clarity you can provide or you're comfortable to provide would be great.
I mean, personally, I have never had a problem with Lightning before or with people like not like coming into players. Like I played in LCS for many years and I played international events and not even MSI had problem with Lightning or last year Worlds. Like people would lower it or it wouldn't be a problem in the first place. Here it was like really extreme from day one, basically. And I was mentioning it and the part of our ready check for the players, people don't know this, but like we have a ready check before we go on stage where the refs confirm everything is okay. It's like sound, mic, lights, in-game settings, like all of these things that are important for a player to play, right? And I would say it's not good for me. And then I think like after a week or after like 1 or 2 days, I actually said like, yo, I literally have like problems with the eyes. Like I would like it to be fixed if possible. But the thing is, I know that the refs don't actually have the power to do such thing. So I'm not blaming the refs, but it's like, I feel like I wasn't taken serious and I was complaining about it for a long time. And I was getting like really frustrated and demoralized. Like I actually felt like there was nothing to be done about it, which is just extreme. It's such a small problem, but it literally pains me. On top of that, since I'm triggered about it, like I've been playing for so many years, I don't understand why is this problem so small, so big. So it becomes even bigger in my mind. But it's actually the glare is annoying me. So when I go into game, I'm like thinking, wow, my eyes are actually paining, and I'm like squinting, you know, and like making sure there is like I'm blinking manually, so that there is like the tears are like I'm making tears, so my eyes are like a bit less dry as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and I'm thinking in game, like while I'm playing, I'm thinking, wow, I'm getting annoyed by these lights, and I'm like, oh, what's going on in the game? Like, oh, I have to care about this. Oh, guys, we have to dive top or something, you know, like I'm thinking about macro, but I can't play and think about it at the same time. I don't think I'm supposed to do that. It's kind of a similar issue we had for finals, actually, spring finals, where like the first 2 games, the glare was really big because we started like 4 p.m. or something, right? But as the night went on, like off, I could see more on my screen. I remember the first game, like I could see like this part of the screen, but the edges, it was like I'm nocturnal. I can't believe I'm playing like this. Like what the fuck, you know? At least I'm very grateful now that it's being acknowledged and that they're looking for a solution, which I think should be able to get fixed, right? Until then, I'm gonna wear the Sinan cap, which everybody can get in the Sinan store. It's making me get some wins right now, so maybe it'll make the same for you guys, huh?
What? Okay, sales merch promotion aside, what? There's been some confusion from people about like when you first communicated this to Riot versus like how long it's taken for them to so I didn't know if this was like a thing that happened this week or if it started in summer or if like way back in spring you're like, can we get the fucking lights turned off and it's just or turned down and
we didn't actually play in spring, right? We didn't play on stage in spring.
Yeah, so yeah, good point, yes.
And I've never had a problem there, so yeah.
But start of summer, I assume?
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like my performance has been. I think my SM games I played really fucking good, even though light was bad. You know, I don't blame it all on light, obviously, you know. But I remember the game I went 0-7 as an acting. That was the first time I was really annoyed at refs because I've been asking for so long already.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying me being annoyed at refs is good. I think that's bad. I shouldn't be affected like that. But I'm just a petty human, you know. So I was getting really annoyed that it's not getting fixed. And then I was really triggered that day. I remember, like, and I was only thing I could think about was lights, and I like flashed in when enemy Jalan can be there, you know, stun the board like the whole game, and I couldn't even focus anymore. Like I don't know, that was like the worst the worst game I ever played. Like I didn't even feel like I feel like I'm just playing like I don't know solo queue and my mom is talking to me or something in the background. I can't focus. Like that's
Yeah.
literally how it felt to me. So I just I just defaulted to like running it down, I guess. And also like a burst draft as well. So it was just a disaster. That was the one time that like it really annoyed me. But of course, I didn't say after the game, yo, the lightning. That's why like it would be a really dumb thing to say, like a
Yeah.
dumb excuse. So I didn't want to do that. Now there's been some weeks past, I can talk about it more openly, I guess. But yeah, well, anyways, I lost with Renekton after as well, so it's not only the lights.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean, but I'm sure. Look, whenever you're having a really bad day, you're always looking for something to justify the problem. So I feel you.
Sure, yeah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time. But is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Well, guys, cap or no cap, I'm about to ramp up. We're about to ramp up for playoffs. My team has been doing great. Like everybody, I'm super proud of our growth and our coaching staff as well. So I'm just really excited to see how far can we get in the next few weeks, the next few months. Like obviously the goal is to make worlds because Clan didn't make worlds last year, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm gonna try really hard for that. There might be some more hints. Like I'm not gonna say I'm gonna play perfect every game, but I'll try my best. So yeah,
very good.
Thank you guys.
Well, thank you so much, Perkz, for the interview. Hopefully everything gets better with the eye stuff and the lighting and everything, and we can see. So that way, when you go 0-7, we all know it's actually just because you're inting that
exactly,
game.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Thank you, Perkz, for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things
guys.
LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Hey, I just want to thank you so much for watching this piece of content that I just put out. I don't know where this outro is going. Maybe it's like on the back of an interview. Maybe it's on something else. I don't know. But 10 years this month that I've been doing this, a decade. And I couldn't have done it without all the support that you have given me. And I couldn't have done the last several years without the support that Alienware has given me. So thank you so much to Alienware for sponsoring this. Here's to 10 more years. No, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. This is exhausting. But if I did do it, I'd hope I could do it with Alienware and with you and all of us. We're all in it for another 10 years. Anyway, thanks for sticking around.